Here we are with our first matchup of the day, I Karambo versus Jay, or as we've just labeled it, I Cheetarambo versus Flyhacker Jay. Now, I honestly don't know which way this game is going to go. Both players are astoundingly well, especially during, we're looking at some of the best players in all of Quantum League, and even they come neck and neck between each other. Right now, Karambo is potentially to come on top. Yes, he is, with that last pistol shot, getting him the Loop 1 advantage. Now, of course, with some of the new players in chat, Loop 1 advantage, although it's great to have, it gets a good momentum, gets a little bit more security around that first play. It's easily changed, especially with the time loop mechanic. Right now, we're going to spectate Jay. Trying to spot out where Karambo is, but Karambo, like the cheetah ninja he is, gonna surprise Jay from around the corner, take down that Clone 2, get his Clone 1 and Clone 2 on top of the point. Right now, Karambo does have a really good setup here. His Clone 2 is a little bit aggressive, a little bit overextended and out on the open, so Jay could potentially take him down. Turning it right back onto his favor here. But the Clone 2 is still going to play out. Jay's not really focusing down, and Karambo's actually going to focus down and take down Jay. Jay's forced to pick up the health pack, make his push towards the point, and Karambo's going to take him down yet again and get 3 clones on top of the point, getting the first point of the game. Already, Karambo is leading the charge, showing who the true hunter is. If Jay is supposed to be some bird, then this cheetah is just got that bird with the first point. Looks like Jay wants to go for a 2 health pack steal. No. Actually, that was Karambo going for a 2 health pack steal. That 2 health pack steal did not work in his favor. I mean, typically Karambo is able to get even up to 3 health packs at times. It's a huge surprise that he only went for the 1 health pack. Now, what that's going to do is the Clone 1 that's going to come out from the side isn't going to be able to survive for much longer. You're going to see here Jay should be able to take down the Clone 1, and with the second health pack pickup not coming into play, Jay doesn't have to do much else. Now, he does lose his Clone 2, but he spent a lot of effort trying to take down the Clone 1. It's no surprise that the Clone 2 from Karambo was able to take down Jay. It still could go either way. It depends on how Karambo plays this. It looks like he wants to take down that Clone 2. That could keep his Clone 1 alive for a little bit longer. Might go for a health pack steal. Yes, he will. But the Clone 1's still going to get taken down. And now Karambo's in a very dangerous position. He's got 2 seconds left on the clock. He's going to make his push towards center point. But Jay being on top of the point already, that's going to get him his first point. Karambo had a good setup on there. The moment he tried to push towards his Clone 2, he had a good play. He took him down and he was in the advantage. But with Jay's Clone 2 picking up the health pack before Karambo could, that put him in a very dangerous position where Jay had a health pack advantage over him. And if Karambo got taken down, which he did, then he would have to run all the way across the map. Now, there's not a whole lot of variation in terms of the athlete's abilities for specifically around their strategy. Karambo will be able to spot out Jay with the passive for Levka that allows him to see dead people, I guess as we call it. But only for a few seconds. Jay might have a little bit more functionality in terms of the pre-fire shots, but I mean, pre-fire shots, especially against Premier League players that are of highest caliber in Quantum League, extremely difficult to pull off. Ooh, Jay able to pull off a double kill, getting a Loop 2 advantage. Right now, Jay is looking a little bit stronger here. Karambo has to change something, do a little bit different. Jay is going for the aggressive push, trying to take down Karambo's Clone 3. He decides to focus on his sights over on the Clone 2, which he successfully takes down. Karambo, even after picking up the health pack, brought down to half HP. Jay is looking highly favored to win this. Jay finally pulling it off, taking that last bit of damage over onto Karambo, and that's going to be Jay getting his second point. Now, Karambo had a good setup here. He's playing defensively, but Jay just had a much better control around what needed to be done. He was firing on Karambo even after picking up that health pack, and that means Karambo had to rush towards the point with little to no HP, and typically when that happens, players tend to play more defensively, more passively, and Karambo didn't have the time to do that. He had to have taken down Jay's Clone 2, Clone 1, and Clone 3, and with that little bit of time, with that little bit of health, there's no way he could have pulled that off. Now we can see Jay playing barrier to barrier on the side. It seems like Jay loves to play very defensively, picking up health pack, playing around the barricade. His main focus in this game seems to be trying to ensure that his clones stay alive for as long as possible and getting on top of the point. Karambol is slightly favored to win this, although not much, as Jay was barely able to, or Karambol was barely able to get on top of the point. And here comes Jay with an aggressive push. He still has that back health pack up. Karambol's clone 2 is pressuring that health pack, forcing Karambol to pick up that health pack just before he makes his push. But Jay, being nowhere near the point, might be able to not win this, actually. Karambol's going to be able to steal the point away as he's got his clone 2 on top of the point. That is bringing us to 2-2. With Karambol having a slightly better momentum as he did take that last point. Now, what I'm curious about is, I mean, Jay not getting on top of the point at that last end of the loop there really cost him that round. I mean, if he did push a little bit harder, he probably would have gotten focused down a little bit harder from Karambol. Getting him taken down would have ended up in the same result. But who knows? At least it would have been on top of the point, potentially bringing it into overtime. He still had that one more health pack back up with the advantage on that. Jay gonna get taken down at the end of the loop here. Only a second loop. Karambol's looking pretty strong. I mean, the clone 2 could get taken down. I mean, it still could go either way. All Jay has to do is focus on taking down that clone 2. That's going to turn it right back into his favor here. But Karambol's looking more favored to win it. Now Karambol already getting taken down. Jay has great, phenomenal play around it, being aggressively. He takes on Karambol not once, not twice, but Karambol's going to run towards that back health pack. Now Karambol already taken down to half health once again. Jay going to be able to take down Karambol. Oh, but the clone 1 going to turn it right back around, bringing us into overtime. It's not over yet. The turn of the tides. Oh, how the tables have turned around. Just when we thought Jay was able to win it here, he took down Karambol once, twice, 3 times. Karambol had to pick up 50 health packs just to get back into this game. And the clone 2 of all things was able to save it. Jay just needed a little bit more damage. Or no, the clone 1, that was what it was. And that's why point equals win, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you play this game. If you're able to get your clone at least one step on the point, doesn't matter how much HP, you're going to bring in a little bit longer. Ideally, you want more HP, but right now, right here, Karambol's looking pretty good. Jay's clone 3 is going to respawn on top of the point. We don't know exactly how much health he's going to start with. I can't say it's going to be a lot. So far, looking like 3/4. Meanwhile, Karambol's going to start over at his home base. He's got more favorite advantage to win this here. Jay's clone 2 already going to get taken down. Now Jay has to face up against 3 clones as the clone 1 for him gets taken down. Now Karambol has a huge advantage. Jay's got a 1/4 HP and Jay gets taken down. That's Karambol sealing the deal with game number 1, getting the first win in the best of 5 series. Man alive, how exciting was that ending? It could have gone either way. Jay had every bit of setup here to win that point. All I had to do was take down that last clone, and this is exactly why it could easily change momentum. I mean, if you don't finish off your opponent, you got a good setup, but you're low health at the clone 3 at the end of the loop, it's going to heavily punish you. But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be right back as we get the next game set up here. Right now, we've got Karambol leading the charge 1-0. And I'm excited to see how the next game is going to play out here, but we'll be right back as we get it set up. Welcome back, everybody. We're here with game number 2 in the best of 5 match, Jay versus Karambo. Right now, Karambo is leading the charge. He's leading it 1-0, but in a very close game. I mean, although it says 1-0 in his favor, the game ended up going 3-2. That means it went to the battle for point number 5. I mean, Jay must be having a little bit of a mental difficulty here, and mostly because, I mean, there's got to be at least some level of tilt that's coming in for Jay, because he was so close to winning the end of that match, and I can only imagine what that's going to do for your psyche. Now, that's also a true oh my god. Okay, well, when you get a clean headshot like that, I don't know if that's going to do a little bit better or worse, but when another aspect in these players that they have to deal with, yes, there's a lot of practice and skill, strategy, but the psyche of it as well is very crucial in these games. Right now, Jay is coming in at a huge disadvantage as he got taken down clone number 1, clone number 2. Clone number 3 for Karambo going for an aggressive push. He does not get the health pack, and that's going to seal the fate on it. He's got 3 seconds left. He has enough speed to get back into the point. He's able to take down the clone 1, the clone 2 for Jay. He's on top of the point with 3 clones, but not able to finish that last clone. And that's going to bring us to our first overtime in battle for point number 1. And just as an update in chat for you all, not quite sure who has hosts in these games. But if Karambo or Jay ever comes in, they can let us know. Right now, Jay looking good in this overtime loop. I want to say Karambo has a slight bigger advantage in terms of these overtimes, just because, I mean, his clone 3 is pretty much looking right at Jay. His clone 1 and 2 are on top of the points. So there's a lot of pre-fire potential coming in. You can see Karambo just quickly firing off at right where Jay should be. I think that clone 3 should get taken down, but he's got to be careful here. Jay's got a high ground here, got a good angle on him, but Karambo is still going to be able to win out at the end of the day, get his clone 1 and clone 2 on top of the point. I'm more surprised that clone 1 got on the point. Look how little health that thing has. All right, moment of truth. Will Jay get away, or is Karambo going to end it right here, right now? Here comes the pre-fire shots. There goes Jay, and that's going to be it. There's no way Jay can come back from this. He's got 1 clone taken down, 2 clones taken down. The last surviving clone gets taken down, and that's going to be Karambo's point. First point going in his favor. That was extremely difficult from Jay to come back from. I really don't think there's a lot he could have done. I mean, if he ran forward, he would have ran straight into the fires from Karambo. If he ran backward, well, you saw what happened when he tried to run backwards. Basically, he was covered from all angles with not a lot of leeway to get away. He would have to do it in a split second, which unfortunately not able to do, and Karambo's going to get the first point. Now, in terms of strategy, both players really just going to go for a barricade to barricade play. Very defensively, nothing too aggressive, and leave it down to the aim battle on top of center point. Now, where the differentiating play happens is loop number 2, loop number 3. Sometimes we see Jay play very aggressively. It does tend to work in his favor a little bit more often, only when it's played correctly. It's hard to say when that comes into play. It does from time to time. Now, Karambo is going to pick up the health pack very early on. Might put him at a little bit of disadvantage as he makes his push. Already dropped down. Here comes the clone 1 for Karambo. Also about to get dropped down. Last fire comes in. And that's Jay's clone 1 and clone 2 on top of the point already. Now, Jay's got a huge advantage over Karambo. Karambo's 2 picks up the health pack super early, so Jay could take it down even before it does any lick of damage. Jay spotting out Karambo's clone 3 already. Trying to focus on whatever he can. He got the aggressive push here, but both players are going to steal each other's health pack. Now they're going to make their push. Jay's going to get spotted out here a little bit earlier. He's got a little bit of health left, but at the last second takes down Karambo and gets his first point, bringing us 1-1 in terms of game score. Man, that really came down to who was able to get their shots off cleanly. Both players played pretty much the exact same strategy. Karambo saw Jay rushing towards his health pack, so he decided to do the same. And that mirrored what Jay exactly was doing, and that came down to who was going to get on top of the point at the end. However, there's one difference that came into this play. Karamba was coming at a disadvantage loop number 2 and loop number 1, as Jay was able to win those loops out. And so Jay, having that advantage, had a few more clones on top of the point, leaving Karamba to focus too many things at too little time. Looks like they're going to play health pack to health pack, and they pick up those health packs pretty early, and that's mostly because Jay and Karamba can get to each other's health pack extremely quickly. But Karamba going to play a very aggressive play, take down Jay's clone 2. That's going to swing it very heavily in his favor, although I don't know for how much longer, because Jay can't really play on that to that right side. I mean, if he plays on the right side, he's going to have 1 health pack less to play with. Meanwhile, Karamba will have a health pack, maybe 2 at that. Jay's going to try to play around taking that clone 2, but Karamba's going to go for an aggressive push. He steals the health pack away from Jay. Jay has to rush towards stealing that other health pack away from Karamba, but now he makes his push. Karamba knows exactly where it's going to come from, and with Jay getting taken down clone 1, clone 2, and clone 3, that's going to be Karamba stealing away the second point. Karamba made a very risky play. I mean, if Jay caught on to what he was going to do here, Jay could have easily backed off, taken the health pack, and then it would have been a huge disadvantage for Karamba, as he would have been left out in the open with no health pack, and Jay would have known exactly where he was, would have been able to take him down right away, and it just worked out for Jay's favor. Now, surprisingly enough, Karamba's going to pull out a sniper rifle here. We don't see that too much in these Premier League games. It's because, oh, the headshot, spot on! Just as we say, we don't see that too much. The reason why is because it's extremely hard to land a headshot, because most players are very, very mobile, but Karamba proving us otherwise. A little bit of a caster curse, I guess. You say one thing and these players just want to do something completely different. I bet if I say something like, Jay's never going to do a barricade jump, we're going to see it next round. Now, Karamba is going to have an advantage coming in towards loop number 3. His clone 2 has full HP. Clone 1 did get desynced. Both clones for Jay did get desynced. That slight advantage could end the game right here. Karamba just needs 1 more point to win it. He's going to spot out that clone 3, but the clone 2 could get taken down from Jay. The barrel explosion is going to do a little bit of damage to Karamba. Mostly the pre-fire shots are going to get him. Clone 1 for Karamba already down. Karamba's going to come back towards the point with full HP, brought down to quarter, and it's overtime. Karamba not able to get on top of the point. Look how close he is. This is 1 step. That must be 0.3 seconds on getting on top of the point. How in the world he was 1 step away from just taking this victory. Oh no, Jay. Jay, please. Okay, Jay lands that shot. Gets the advantage loop number 1. Now, it's more in favor of Jay winning this loop because Karamba got on top of the point with what I believe is about quarter HP. Meanwhile, all of Jay's clones are going to respawn back at base. There's no health packs up for Karamba to grab. It's going to be a matter of, can Karamba make a clean getaway, and how well can he keep his clone 1 and clone 2 alive, potentially bring us into another overtime. And that's probably going to be Karamba's play here. Clone 1's looking pretty good for Karamba. We'll have to see. Karamba starting on top of the point. Pre-fire shots could get him. It's going to be a little bit difficult with the barricades blocking away, but here he is making his getaway, just barely getting away. But Jay's coming in from the high ground here. Karamba getting a little bit of fire shot on him. He's got little to no health left. 1 more bullet will take him down, and that's going to be it. So Karamba's clone 2 is all that's left, but for not much longer, we're going into another battle for point number 5 as Jay captures his second point. Karamba had that beautifully set up during the main 15-second loop, but in the overtime loop, it came back to bite him. He just was not able to finish off Jay in a good amount of time and get himself back on top of the point. Unfortunately for Karamba, not enough planning went into that overtime loop, or maybe there was enough planning, he just wasn't able to fully execute his plan out as well enough, and that came back to bite him. Now, if Jay's able to get this game, that's going to bring our match series down or back up to 1-1. And if Karamba wins it here, it's going to be 2-0, making Karamba 1 step closer from getting a 3-0 sweep in the best of 5 match. Now, this is the first week here. Although these players do tend to play off in scrims and rank queues against each other, we haven't gotten any full stats quite yet. Karambola's clone 1, the only surviving clone on top of the point. Now, here's the moment of truth. Who's going to be able to win out here? It really could go either way. I mean, only Karambola's clone 1 got on top of the point, but that clone is the most vulnerable clone. Most often than not, it doesn't survive, but here comes the play. Clone 2 for Jay does get taken down. Clone 3 gets taken down from Jay, and now he's got the health pack. Both players are going to make their push. Who's going to get taken down? Who is it going to be? It looks like Jay's able to survive, but for how much longer? He gets taken down. But what? What's Karambo able to finish it off here? We didn't see the point getting involved there, but Karambo able to seal the deal, getting himself 2-0 in match score so far. I gotta say that kind of tripped me up with the score saying Karambo didn't win it. I thought Karambo didn't win it at the second it went into overtime, but with Karambo just at the last second able to pull off that last bit of damage, securing his victory in game number 2. That's gonna give us Karambo an advantage coming into game number 3. Now, folks, we'll be right back as we get the next game set up here in just a few minutes, I believe, there on screen. But stay tuned. Coop's jamming out if you got it. Cat jam. Whatever emotes you've got. GG's as well. Enjoy the tunes, and we'll be right back. Game number 3. Who is hyped to see who will win this? Karambo versus Jay. And Karambo just needs one more game to win it out, and he will go 3-0 in the match series. And that's going to be hard. Jay is coming into this match behind. And I want to say even worse, because, I mean, there's a difference between getting completely dominated and coming oh so close each and every round. Jay is on even grounds with Karambo, and it just slips right past his fingers. I mean, from the last few rounds we've seen, Jay has combined different plays of aggressive aggressive health pack steals around on the final loop, trying to surprise Karambo, but Karambo has done the same and proactively and reactively played around Jay, surprising him at every moment. And Jay has been having a little bit of difficulty responding to those things. Karambo has just been too strong of a presence in these games, and he's been dictating the matches and planning them out just a little bit better than what Jay has been doing in this rounds. Now, that doesn't leave Jay out of it here. Jay has been able to put some good pressure here, but right now we're going to spectate Karambo. He's able to stay on the clone 2. The health pack does get taken away, so Karambo has to rush back to his own base to grab one. 3 seconds left on the clock. They're going to make their push. Karambo gets taken down. Karambo's clone 1 is still alive, but Jay has enough damage to take him down, get himself and only himself on top of the point, getting the first point of the game. Now, that was very well planned out by Jay. I mean, we were just talking about how Karambo had everything pretty well planned out, but Jay turned it around. He grabbed that health pack nice and early, and that seems to be the level of strategy that you need to have in these games. Karambo is able to steal those health packs away nice and early, so picking up the health packs a little bit earlier is going to put some pressure around Karambo and prevent him from going for those aggressive plays. Now, Karambo hasn't been doing the same as much. We can see here in just a few moments. It looks like he will this round here. Maybe in previous plays he did. It's a little hard to keep track of. But right now, Karambo's clone 2 already getting taken down. And with no health packs really to focus on, to try to pick up, Karambo's going to come in at a disadvantage coming into loop number 3. Now, Jay is more than favored to win this next loop. Jay already going to make a play around the health pack. He doesn't need to pick it up right away. He can see where Karambo is going to come from. Now, Jay is already getting brought down to half HP. Karambo has to pick up the health pack. Now they're going to make a push. Karambo has little to no health. He gets taken down. Clone 1, 2, and 3. And that's going to be Jay getting a second point. One more point is going to make him set himself up for a potential reverse sweep. This play, it really just came down to who was able to spot each other out first. Karambo had great positioning around getting towards the point earlier, and he came on top of the point pretty healthy, but Jay landed some pretty good shots just as he was making his way before Karambo could, and that gave Jay his success around getting that first point. Now, it looks like both players not going to play around taking up their own health pack. They're just going to play around playing the barricade strat. Jay's going to go for a kind of a swooping play coming from the side. Not going to work out as well, unfortunately. His clone 1 doesn't even get on top of the point. Karambo's does and gets the kill onto Jay. And that gets him loop number 1 advantage. No real fly hacker strats coming in from this game. And a little bit of a surprise. I mean, when executed pretty well, Jay able to fly across, steal the health packs, is even faster than Karambo. Now, right now, Karambo is able to get on top of the point. I don't think he did. I think he was about to step away. Now that's in the same exact scenario that Jay's was for clone number 1. But Jay has even more of an advantage because there were 2 clones able to take down Karambo's clone 1 and the 1 for Karambo's clone 2. Oh, but the headshot after headshot. Jay is able to take down Karambo pretty quickly. Once again, after Karambo getting the health pack, take down Karambo yet again. And that's going to be Jay getting on top of the point. And he's going to be able to seal the deal. Oh, yeah, there it is. Able to seal the deal and get a 3-0 sweep over Karambo. What a great turn of events. I didn't expect an outcome like this. I mean, it was 2-0 every single game. And now we can see Jay suddenly toggling, I guess. Maybe he downed a whole gallon of G Fuel or something. And now he's popping off. Jay making the plays all day. And now, guys, we'll be right back. And ladies, I can't forget that. We'll be right back as we get the next game set up here in about 1 minute, 30 seconds. I don't want to cool this momentum down any further, but we'll be right back. Game number 4. Karambo versus Jay. And Jay had a huge win in the last game, going 3-0 against Karambo. Not even a single overtime. Jay just won the whole game straight through, back to back to back in terms of points. And now Karambo might be feeling a little bit of pressure. He does have one more game if he wants to win it. Right here, he wins the entire match series. However, he has one game to afford to lose at this case. So he must be feeling a little bit more relaxed. Meanwhile, Jay is feeling the pressure. He must be. He has to come back. He's coming in from an underdog position where he has to take down Karambo 3-0, and he's got his first game under his belt for in terms of win. Now he's going to go for the second. Right now, not looking so hot, unfortunately, as Karambo takes the loop 2 advantage, but just barely. It could still go back in favor of Jay. I mean, Jay, he played the health pack play. It looked like he might go for another health pack play here. Health pack to health pack. Karambo could do the same. Now, Karambo also surprisingly goes against for an aggressive health pack steal. Looks like he's going to play a little bit more defensively this time, but he is hiding around the corner, giving that ever-living presence of the ninja steal. But right now, Karambo able to take down all 3 of Jay's clones, get himself on top of the point, and get his first point of the game. Now, the one thing that Jay has been dealing with a little bit of difficulty of is around Karambo's ninja-like plays. Jay going for an invisibility impromptu strat, or maybe it was planned. We didn't quite see it there, but Karambo's strategy, one thing that's very difficult to deal with for Karambo is his speed. And of course, we talked about it here and there. We call him Aichi Rambo, but it's for good reason. When Karambo pulls into speed, sometimes you don't even realize when he just suddenly W keys you and just steals your health pack or takes you down, or he comes in from the back and you don't even realize it. He just suddenly appears right behind you. It's kind of like that meme, just nothing personal, kid, and then shoots you in the back. And that's a strat that most players tend to have a little bit of difficulty with here. We'll see how Jay is going to respond to this here. Right now, he's looking a little bit good. He took a little bit of damage. The clone 2 for Karambo is getting brought down. Might get taken out. He's got about 3 HP. It gets taken down here. Jay's clone 1 and clone 2 are looking at a very dangerous position. Jay's making his push. Might be able to take him down. No. He's able to get clone 1 still alive on top. No, clone 3. Who was on top of the point? Clone 2? What is this? Jay's clone 2, it looks like, just hiding. We don't even see it. He's so hidden that, I mean, us spectating can't even see where the heck he was. Now the clone 1, this is actually looking pretty good for Jay. I mean, the clone 2 could still run for that back health pack. Karambo's facing away from that health pack, so Jay has a slightly better advantage. It's going to be hard to say. Pre-fires might take him out right away. There goes the pre-fire. And here comes the health pack steal. Jay has a good chance of actually surviving through this loop as Karambo's going to spawn on top of the point. Here comes Jay from the side. He's going to fire down onto that clone 2. And Karambo's planning on taking that clone 2 on the future loop. And that's why you can see him not really focusing onto that clone 2. He wants to focus on taking down the clone 1 as Karambo believes he can steal the health pack away. I want to say that's risky business, Karambo. Here comes the health pack race. Who's going to make it first? Here comes Karambo. He's able to rush, but no, he gets taken down. No health packs back up. Jay is looking like he could win it right here, right now. The barrel almost exploding him on the process. All you got to do is take down that last clone 1, and there it is. That's going to be Jay taking the first point away from Karambo, and now it's going to give us in our game score 1-1. Karambo, so close. I mean, no matter how fast you can be, Karambo had to have turned around and then make his jump. It's extremely hard to make a bunny hop jump from facing the opposite direction. There's a bit of a slight lag, a slight delay, and that delay put him just enough behind Jay, who's able to slightly keep up with Karambo's speed, and that gave Jay his win. Typical barricade, the barricade play, but Karambo wants to change it up here. He wants to go for an extremely aggressive play. He does get taken down by the barrel. However, that's going to give him an impromptu invisibility strat. And what that strat is all he's going to do is shoot the barrel before he gets desynced, and that's going to resync him back into the cycle. And whatever he did while desynced Well, mostly what he's going to do is take down that clone 1 as he pre-fires some shots. That's going to do that damage. And Jay's not going to know where he comes from. So there comes that pre-fire shot onto the barrel. That's going to resync the clone 1. The clone 1 for Jay is going to get taken down, but the clone 2 for Karambol gets taken down. Jay's clone 2 and Karambol's clone 1 are the only surviving clones on top of the point. Loop number 2. Now, I want to say Jay more favored to win it. He did get his clone 2 on top of the point. More survivability around that. Karambol's going to go for an aggressive play. Where is he going to go? Jay doesn't have an exact idea, but he's going to go for a health pack steal. Jay is now in a very precarious position. He is hiding around the side. Karambol's going to make his push. Does he have enough firepower to take down Jay? He doesn't. It's going to be Jay taking the second point away from Karambol. And Karambol getting ever so close again. He wasn't one step away like he was last time, but he was maybe 5 steps away. About a half a second away from getting on top of the point. Karambol mistiming that just a little bit here. And Jay stealing the point away. Man, oh man. Jay, one more point. That's going to give him a chance at getting to a best of 5 match all the way to the very end of game number 5. The hype is real. I don't know who the heck is going to win this game. Jay's been leading a little bit more. He's got a little bit more presence in this match, and he has more room to give up if he loses this next point. But right now, Jay able to get some good serious damage into Karambol, even after picking up that health pack here. Now he's going to make his push. The clone 1 for Jay gets taken down. Clone 2 for Karambol still alive, and clone 2 for Jay still alive. Loop number 2. Karambol is slightly more favored to win it here. Karambol came in with a little bit more damage, a little bit more survivability. And Jay played a little bit more out in the open. So here comes the damage. So Jay's clone 3 takes 1 bullet maybe. Karambol's clone 2, I don't know where the heck he's going. It's just Skyland or something. But here comes the push for Karambol. It's him against the world. Able to take down clone 1, clone 2, clone 3 as well as Karambol. Bringing us to battle for point number 5. He doesn't even need that clone. That clone 2 is going to go to space, and Karambol is going to stay grounded and bring the game to battle for point number 5. What in the world is this series? You all saw that clone 2, right? I'm not tripping here. Like, where did it go? He wanted to go in the crowd. He's like, all right, I'm out. I'm spectating now. It's over. You got this, Karambol 3. I mean, there was no way he was going to resync back into the process. That's probably why. I mean, there's a little bit of a spectator fun thing that happens with when you're spectating. Clones kind of tend to act a little wonky when they're desynced sometimes. Very rarely you'll see them kind of fly off into space. But I mean, I'm Starwise. They're just saying hi to me or something. Giving a shout out. Now, both players playing the exact same strategy. Barricade, barricade, keeping their clones very defensively, very much alive, but not as soon as they get on top of the point. It's going to be a very different story. Karambol, I think he might win it here. I don't know. He's looking a little bit stronger. He's got the clone 1 and clone 2 very healthy on top of the point. Jay's got none. Jay's got his win condition to take down the clone 2 and then the clone 3. That's going to be very easy for him to do. But Jay and Karambol are going to hide around the side. Karambol takes down half health. He picks up the health pack earlier than Jay, but 3 seconds left. They're going to make their push. Karambol's already on top of the point. He could take down Jay. He does take down Jay. Jay's clone 2 is still alive, and that's going to be it. That's Karambol finishing the game. Finally getting that last point. Karambol ending the series right here, right now. He doesn't want Jay to play anymore. He's calling it. That's going to be 3-1 match series. Karambol, GG. My goodness. I'm pretty sure I peaked my mic at the end of that, but oh man. Jay almost making a fantastic comeback here. And I wish we could have seen a battle for point number 5. That would have been so cool to see, but right now, we are going to take a small break as we go into our intermission between games. And next game is going to be CD Hollow versus Stave. I think that's going to be pretty exciting.